So you're probably wondering how we got here. I'm glad you asked. Me and my two other siblings were raised by two loving parents who truly showed us how to excel academically and in life by a little hard work. And honestly, that's what pushed me through academically. I could talk about how I never had the help or the resources to help me through my classes, or I could talk about how teachers and students would constantly count me out, but I never let those things define me. I always found a way to make it work.
My parents got married at 18, and my mom had me when she was 19. By the time I was 4 years old, my parents were split up, and my mom was raising my brother and me on her own. Today I have 4 siblings in all, and I'm on my second stepdad. Oftentimes, my mom struggled to pay the bills, and I got used to not getting what all my friends had. I could talk about how stability wasn't something I had growing up. I could talk about all the times the lights and water got cut off. I could even talk about how I was always juggling working, babysitting siblings, and schoolwork, but that never stopped me.
I was born to a single mother. I have 2 older brothers, both with autism. I also have 3 half-brothers and a half-sister. We all have the same dad. I never had much to worry about when it came to money growing up in the middle to upper middle class sector of society. And I could talk about how I was born 2 months after my parents' divorce, that my dad's presence in my life was scarce, and when he was around, he was less than helpful to my mental health, to put it nicely. I could talk about how I had to grow up faster than necessary to protect my brothers and understand the true nature of the world. And I could also talk about how I dealt with depression, anxiety, and an eating disorder, all of which I had to keep hidden to not get further knocked down in life. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about our successes. So why don't you go ahead and run it back?
I've always let my drive and ambitions turn my dreams into a reality. In high school, I graduated top 6% of a class of over 500 students. I received multiple academic scholarships to pay for my education here at Clemson. And when I came here, I wanted to capitalize on my potential by getting involved in multiple organizations, majoring in mechanical engineering, and currently pursuing an internship in the aerospace industry. And that's what defined me.
School was my escape, and I had no choice but to do better than my classmates. All my hard work and determination allowed me to graduate high school salutatorian, receiving the highest state and school scholarships possible, and coming to Clemson became a reality and an opportunity I refused to waste. I'm currently working on my BS in chemistry, which is my first step to med school and a career as a maxillofacial surgeon.
I've modeled in fashion shows, excelled in pageants, traveled with an international student ambassador program, and I graduated high school with the utmost honors at 17. I'm heavily involved on Clemson's campus, and I plan to graduate next December at the age of 19 and will go on to get my JD and a master's in either social work or psychology.
So if you were wondering how we got here, I hope this goes to show that it was never an easy road. My mom always told me that people will always throw rocks in your path, but you have the choice to either make them a bridge or to make them a wall. Honestly, we don't know what we're going to achieve in life, but we are not going to let society define us. Statistically, we were set up to fail, but realistically, we were all born to win.